Hello and welcome to our new edition of the CESI Talks. My name is Mateusz Fandrzejewski and I am the CESI Youth Representative, which is the youth organization of CESI. And today with me is Manuel Pizarro. Mr. Pizarro is member of the European Parliament for the Partido Socialista from Portugal, which belongs to the S&D fraction in the European Parliament. Mr. Pizarro is also member of the Employment and Social Affairs Committee, and it's very great to have you here today, that you took your time for this. We as CESI are a partner of the European Parliament, and together we're running this project, which is called We EP, We European Parliament. And this is about to bring the work of the European Parliament, but especially of the members of the Parliament, closer to the Europeans, closer to the workers, and also closer to our members at the end. So let's get straight to the interview. Dear Mr. Pizarro, the EU is often criticized, especially now in the Corona times. Would you say that workers in the European Union are better protected than in other countries, other regions of the world?
Well, I think this is obvious. There are a lot of regulations and other valid instruments from the European Union that help to protect the rights of the worker. The Directive on Transparent and Predictable Working Conditions, the Work-Life Balance Directive, the Working Time Directive are very important legal acts. It's true that discretion is given to member states regarding their implementation. So there are, of course, imbalances and inconsistencies. There are between member states, there are gaps of coverage, and there is exclusion of non-standard workers from the scope of the key directives. But there is an ongoing process to make the European Union a better place to work and to live. And I think that there are very important measures in this direction. For instance, the minimum wage directive that is now being debated between the Parliament and the Council, and the mechanism created to answer to the COVID crisis, the SURE, that help member states to fight against unemployment. I think that it's obvious that there is a progress in Europe.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, that's absolutely what we can see as a social partner of the EU. We can see that this directive, the directives that you have just been mentioning, are crucial for the positive development of the labor markets on the European Union. You have also been rapporteur on the decision on enhanced cooperation between public employment services. What were your comments, and can you tell us briefly a little bit about this decision?
Well, of course, cooperation between public employment services is a very good example of a discrete but meaningful steps towards a more social-oriented union. Public employment services are the main agencies that execute employment policies supporting job seekers. And well, the new world of work that is now accelerated by the pandemic will demand a lot of public investment, because the difficulty that we want to face is that we need to move forward to a more tele-oriented work, to a lot of digitalization of the work of the workplaces, but we are allowed to leave no one behind. And so the public employment services will have an even more important role to create those conditions to empower everybody to the new conditions of labor. In the post-COVID world, we must create sustainable jobs, and we must not give up of dignity to everybody in the working place.
Fully agree. I mean, absolutely right. Public employment service is crucial instrument to integrate people again in the labor market. And we have to see how the labor market after the pandemic will look like. We see the dynamic that it's changing in the last year extremely fast. Last question, because of the time, looking forward to the next social summit, which was taking place already in around about 3 weeks in Porto. And just a side note, we as CESI Youth are organizing also under the same project, the WEEP project, as a little youth social summit. We want to bring in the interests of the young people to the table, also to the social summit, which will take place on the 6th of May for us at least. And Mr. Pizarro, what do you think, what do you believe should be done that young people are benefiting more from the pillar of social rights? How would you address it to the member states to interact and to reach out more to young people?
Well, there is an important difference between the will of the European citizens and the ability of politicians to deliver. Because if you see all the studies of Eurostat, more than 80% of European citizens want a social Europe. Mm-hmm. And well, we have moved forward when we approved in 2017 the European Pillar of Social Rights. But the question is how to put those 20 principles in action, how to build a more strong social cohesion in all the 27 member states of European Union. So I think that the Porto Summit will be quite important. My hope is that we can approve between the three institutions, the Council, the Commission and the European Parliament, and also with complete involvement of social partners, how we can approve an action plan to put in the way the European pillar. I think this is very important for young people because we know, for instance, that the issue of child poverty is something that we should be ashamed, because it's unbelievable that in a so fluorescent society like European society, there is 1 in each 5 children in risk of poverty. I think that we must stay together to fight against that and to fully arrive to the ambition of the European Union, a place with social progress. I think this is now in the political agenda of the European Union, and we should try to fight to maintain that in the political agenda and achieve real significant advances.
Thank you. I also hope that the summit will bring up really also the young people to the table, as we are the vulnerable group, which is again hit the most by this crisis when we're looking at the unemployment figures. So I hope that young people will be also a big part of the discussion and at the end also benefit a lot from the pillar of social rights. Mr. Pizarro, we are already at the end of the time. I thank you for your time, for the participation. Keep up with your good work. All the best for your work. And as you say in Portuguese, obrigado.
Yes, very well. Keep safe. Thank you very much for your interview. It was quite interesting.
Thank you very much.